Yo, what is up, YouTube? So, today I'm going to be doing something a little off the wall for me. I'm going to be doing sort of a game review, game explanation. So today I'm going to be discussing The Last of Us because that game is my favorite game for PlayStation that I've ever played. So, when playing The Last of Us, everybody has this grand idea that you're gonna just run around and you're just gonna be hella quick on your feet. You're not quick on your feet. Let's be real here. And they weighted the characters, your characters, so that it was more challenging. And part of what makes the game fun is that it is so heavily weighted and that your character isn't just gonna, oh look, quick on a whim I'm back. When you play The Last of Us, if any of you out there have, you would understand what I'm talking about when I say that your supplies is mostly scarce. Your enemies are gonna be fairly tough to deal with. Dealable, but tough. And like your boss fights, they're gonna be a real pain in the ass. So when you play The Last of Us, you get into this mindset, and I've noticed this too. When I started playing it on the higher difficulties, like Grounded, Survivor, stuff like that, I started to get into this mindset with video games. Maybe I should just start playing stealth, right? Well, everyone always asks me, well, why would you go for stealth in this specific game? Two reasons. One, because when you get up into the higher difficulties, you're not given as much ammo, near as much ammo, you're not given as much medical supplies at all, and your enemies have better senses. So, like, they can see you better, they can hear you better, the radius for them to pick up on you is larger. So, it really becomes either stealth your way through or you die. Because here's the deal, I've been playing it now for a while, and I will tell you, it is not just something that you easily just, oh, I'm just gonna, take this out and just run through it. It's not like a game of Skyrim where you just run through everything, you maul everything over. And if you're not playing Skyrim with mods, you're not doing that anyhow. Usually I play with mods, because I'm just cheap. I don't feel like playing through the combat and shit. So when I play with mods. But when I play The Last of Us, I don't have mods, because you can't really mod The Last of Us without changing things on your console. So let's get into more of the meat and bones, per se, of this video here. So I'm gonna start by discussing I don't even. Alright, I'm gonna start with what I think is most crucial for every video game. Hitboxes, right? So when you have a character in a game, not every part of that character is going to give them damage from being shot. So, like, in The Last of Us, per se, for example, yeah, you can hit a clicker dead in the chest. It's not going to hurt him as much as if you shoot him in the face. Because there's two different hitboxes. The larger one takes less damage, and the smaller one, i.e. the head, takes more damage. The reasoning behind that is because you're going to have one hell of a time trying to pop headshots versus just popping body shots till the damn thing drops. So, for me, I always like the bow. My favorite weapon ever in The Last of Us is the bow. Two reasons. One, really stealthy. Two, high damage. Decent range. And it's not really all that hard to stealth stuff out with that. As a matter of fact, I've been known to pop off a clicker one shot with a bow. Now, granted, I was stealth doing it, but still. So you gotta watch your hitboxes, and that rolls right over into guns and weapons, which, for me, like I said, I think my favorite weapon in the game is a bow. Now, if I had to pick a favorite, like, actual firearm, it would be a shorty, because, well, no. Yeah, it would be the shorty. I couldn't remember if it was that or some for weird, like, grenade launcher you got at the end of the game. I had to sit and think about it for a minute. But no, my favorite weapon ever that's a full-on gun in that game is the shorty, because it's handgun size, but it's a shotgun. So, now mind you, there are some drawbacks, like a lack of range, lack of force, and you're really not gonna have an easy time going through the game if you just try and browbeat your way through everything. So what it creates is you either play stealth on the higher difficulties or you're gone. And I'm going to reiterate that a bunch of times in the video, so just be ready for that. So when you play on the higher difficulties, it forces you to play stealth for 3 reasons. 1, your medical supplies are limited. 2, your enemies are a lot stronger, so you're going to want to be able to just one-shot call it a day. And 3, your bullets and such are limited, like way limited. So when you play on, say, easy difficulty, you're getting maybe 1 or 2 bullets an enemy per kill. When you play on grounded or survivor, you get 1 bullet if you're lucky. So you really got to make every bullet count, and so that forces you to play stealth up until you get to a boss where your bullets are really necessary. So that being said, one of the biggest gripes I hear about the game is with the online mode, where you have full access to all the guns, all the weapons, and there are weapons that are in the online mode that are not in the story mode. A perfect example of this is the variable rifle. Not at all in the story mode. Never ever will you encounter a variable rifle in The Last of Us story mode. But the reason they added it to online gameplay is because for those few people that have decided they want something that wickedly over the top, that is their gun. That's their go-to. But then you have people more like me, where I try to play somewhat, shall I say, class loadouts, where if I have Shorty as my small arm, I'll run a tac shot from my main fire. So then what that causes is these people, they build these broken loadouts, level up way quick online, and then reset their account back to level 1, having all the skill that they gained to get to level 999. So this causes what I like to call the unfair advantage effect. So when you get people that are not like myself, have really good skills online, they will level up wicked fast, reset their account, and just repetitively do it. Now here's the problem with that. When you play online, when you're level 1, the most you're gonna see in your rooms, your game rooms, hopefully is a level 10. Now, on the rare occasions you do end up with someone up over level 100, maybe a level 200-ish. But most of the time, you're not going to see anyone over level 10 till after you reach level 10. And this is what's known as the fairness property. You cannot put a level 1 person who's just learning the basics and trying to get used to the game into a room with people that are level 999 and expect a good amount of success. So this is where things get conundrumed, right? So then what you wind up with is this crazy little, like, weird quasi-effect where, oh, well, I still don't have skills, but I'm level 10 because I've played a lot, and now I'm dealing with these guys that are level 999 and got there because of skill. And that is where I think they should split it off based on their skill. So, like, for me, I'm level 13. I'm not very good with the online mode. So in my opinion, I don't think I should be put with people more than level 5 to 12. Because I'm not very good. And those people from levels 5 to 12 are going to be about on my level. Hopefully. Provided they haven't reset their accounts, started from new, what have you. So then, it begs the question, how is that fairness system working? It is, but it isn't. The honest people, they won't start a new account. They'll just sit there at level 999 and call it a day. Me, I won't start a new account. Should I happen to reach max level, I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt and keep rolling. So, anyways, where I was going with this was, like, story mode. Basically, general overview, right here, right now. So, the whole premise of The Last of Us was simply that it wasn't zombies, but it was zombies. It was a mutation that caused, like, armoring to appear on their bodies and crazy shit like that. So, should you guys decide that you want to play The Last of Us, there are plenty of ways to get it. It's on PlayStation, PC. Also, something else is, The Last of Us Part 2 has yet to drop. Now that is a game that I will be doing a review on, should I get my hands on it. So, here's the general overview, right? So, you're not going to run quick. You're not going to be able to just quick turn around lightning speed, because that game was literally built to say, oh, you're going to do that? No, fuck you, you're doing this. So, when you try to do something with ease, unless you have overpowered weaponry, you're not going to do it with ease. And I will tell you, even playing on New Game Plus, I struggled on some of the mid to low difficulties. Because my first time through it wasn't so bad. The second time through, the enemies were a little harder, had more health, things of that nature. So something that should be considered, should you decide you want to sit and play The Last of Us or buy it or what have you. Two things. One, you have to consider, is that a game you want? Are you going to be into a game that is going to perpetually challenge you and force you to strategize? And two, is The Last of Us right for you? What I mean by that is, like I said before, are you into a challenging game that forces you to strategize? Are you into a game where you have to literally hold every scrap of material you get, because otherwise you're not going to have shit to craft with? Are you into a game where every bullet counts? Literally every single round you get counts. You make it count. If you don't make it count, that will be the death of you. So, this is me signing off. Thunderdome Gaming, out.